What is going on, guys? Cody here. In this video today, I'm going to be giving you my surprise Royal Rumble entrance for the Royal Rumble 2024. In this video, I'm going to be going over who I think is most likely to be a surprise entrant into the Royal Rumble, aka people like The Rock, Andrade and Almas, and then people who I think are like least likely, like Vince McMahon or somebody out of left field. But first things first, if you're new to the channel, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Trainwreck podcast on iTunes and Spotify, and let's get into this video. Now, the number one most likely surprise entrant, I think, is going to be Andrade Almas. His contract with AEW ended at the end of December 2023, and it's pretty much destined that he's coming back to WWE. His wife Charlotte works there. He was a Triple H guy, and he was just kind of miserable in AEW, it seems like, and he had better success in WWE. Plus, Selena Vega is still there, and they can pair them up again. So, out of all the possible surprise entrants, I think Andrade Cien Almas, going back to that name, is going to be the biggest surprise or most likely surprise. My second most likely surprise Royal Rumble entrant is going to be AJ Lee. CM Punk is back in WWE. They've been putting these little teasers on Instagram of AJ in the ring with Punk. It seems like it's the worst kept secret in all of wrestling that she's coming back. And I don't think she's coming back for a full time run, but I definitely think a surprise Royal Rumble appearance because, she left pretty much like what, a year after Punk left, and hasn't really touched professional wrestling since then other than WoW. And I don't think she's really gotten in the ring. I think she's just like in a backstage commentator role. Don't quote me on that because I don't watch the dang show. But AJ Lee, I think, is definitely going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble. This is going to be like what, the sixth Women's Royal Rumble, which is shocking that she hasn't been, in one yet. But, she stands by her man, and, he hated the company for so long, but now it seems like they're cool again. She's definitely going to be in it. Number three is one I mentioned previously in this video, and I think it's the one everyone suspects, but I think it is going to be The Rock. Now, I don't think The Rock is going to win the Royal Rumble. I'll get into that on Tuesday when I give my Royal Rumble predictions. But I definitely think The Rock's going to be in it. And then that's going to lead up to a potential match. I don't think The Rock and Roman Reigns are going to wrestle at WrestleMania. I think it's more likely for SummerSlam. Because here's the thing with WrestleMania. WrestleMania has already sold a bunch of tickets. Like, it's dang near a sellout. And I know like adding The Rock would make it a full sellout, but they're probably going to sell out anyway. SummerSlam, they haven't announced where SummerSlam's going to be. It was rumored to be Cleveland, but I think they're now aiming to take SummerSlam to a way bigger venue. Like I could see them taking SummerSlam to AT&T Stadium in Dallas, or they could take it to SoFi Stadium. And if you add The Rock versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, you instantly sell out SummerSlam, and you could basically have two WrestleMania paydays this year. So I think The Rock's going to be in it. He'll be in the final four, but he won't win it. Number four is somebody that is on the roster, but we haven't seen him in a while, but he is rumored to come back to WWE television, and that is Brock Lesnar. I didn't say that it had to be people that weren't signed to WWE. Brock Lesnar, I think he's definitely going to be in the Rumble. I think it's going to be another one of those things where he comes in at like 10, 11, 13, something like that, like he did last year, and then he don't last long, and maybe he gets eliminated by Gunther, and that sets up their WrestleMania match. Another person on my list is Matt Cardona. Now, I really thought he was going to be in the Royal Rumble last year. I was shocked that he wasn't. But Matt Cardona is probably the biggest name on the indies I think they could get in this Rumble. And I think he would actually go by the Matt Cardona name. I think if it was Vince McMahon, he would be forced to use the Zack Ryder name. But Triple H, I think, is more likely to let Matt Cardona use his indie name. I think that's his real name as well. And I don't think it's going to be like he's signed to WWE or anything. I think it's just going to be a special appearance because the thing with Cardona is he loves being the indie god right now, and I don't think he's gonna want to be tied down to WWE or AEW. But if he's making like fun little one-off appearances, yeah, I could definitely see that. And, plus his wife Chelsea Green, she works there as well. Yeah, I got a better feeling this year than I did last year that Cardona is going to be in the Rumble. Another person who's actually denying that they're going to be in this year's Rumble, which makes me think he's full of crap, and that is X-Pac. The dude, even though he's like what in his 40s or 50s, he still looks like he's in tremendous shape, and it looks like he's been gearing for a Rumble appearance the last couple of years. X-Pac is 51, just Googled it. But I think him denying it just makes it more likely that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble, if you ask me. And I hope so, because Sean Waltman, X Pac, 123 Kid, whatever you want to call him, great wrestler, and he can still go. Another person is Naomi, who is wrapping up with TNA. She dropped the TNA Knockouts Championship and looks like she's on her way back to WWE. She'll go back to Naomi instead of Trinity Fatu. But Naomi, I definitely think she's going to be in this year's Women's Royal Rumble. Actually, she should probably be higher on my rankings and most likely. But the only thing is with Naomi is she comes back, but I don't see like a big WrestleMania match planned for her because it looks like they're going to do Becky versus Rhea at WrestleMania and then Io versus Bailey at WrestleMania. So it's like Naomi, it'd be a cool return, but I feel like it would flatline after that just because she might get stuck in like a meaningless tag team match at WrestleMania. But I definitely think she's on her way back. And then a woman that's been off the roster for a bit, Liv Morgan. And I know she's been in the news for other reasons, but from what I've heard, there's no backstage heat on her and there shouldn't be. And from what I hear, she's looks like she's pretty much ready to come back. This is, reports I've read from Fightful and Wrestling Inc. And I definitely think Liv Morgan's going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble and she'll be back. It's just another case where I don't see what's planned for her for WrestleMania. She might wrestle Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber. That could be in the cards. But Liv Morgan, she looks like she's on her way back, and she'll be a nice surprise in the Royal Rumble that I think people will be expecting, but it won't be like, oh my, like Edge, it won't be that kind of reaction, but people will be happy to see her because, I mean, a lot of people love Liv Morgan. Actually, I don't know anyone that doesn't like Liv, and she's just got such a likable personality, and she's going to be a big baby face one day. I mean, she already is, but I wouldn't be surprised if like next year is her big title win at WrestleMania. And the least likely person that I think we're going to get in the Royal Rumble is Big E. Just because, I mean, the dude's coming back from a broken neck, and it's hard to. I mean, that's one of the hardest injuries ever to come back from in wrestling when you're taking suplexes and stuff like that, and you have to tuck in your chin and you're landing on your neck a lot. Yeah, I don't think Big E's going to be in the Royal Rumble. I know people are hoping for it, but I really think his days are done, and it sucks. But I'm just telling you guys, don't get your hopes up because I don't think he's going to be in it. But I'm putting him on this list because I think it's like a 0.01% chance. So there is a chance. But thank you guys. If you made it to the end of this video, leave a like on the video, share it with your friends, comment who you think is going to be in the Royal Rumble. If I left out anybody that you think might be in it, let me know and appreciate the comments. Trainwreck Podcast, like I mentioned earlier, new episodes every week. Episode 42, it had me melting down over the Dallas Cowboys loss to the Green Bay Packers. So if you guys want to laugh your ass off at that, it's about an hour and a half long. And Royal Rumble predictions will probably be out on Tuesday, the Tuesday before the Royal Rumble. And I'm thinking of doing a Royal Rumble watch along. I'm not sure yet, but it might be in the possibility of us doing that on the channel. Because if we do it, I might get like Drew to do it with me on StreamYard and have like a double live reaction because it is kind of hard to do a one-man band. But appreciate the support, guys. Have a great day on the road to 800. See you next time.